Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a new showcase video. This is Mario Bros. For the Nintendo Entertainment System, also known as NES or simply Nintendo. Since I covered this game in my When Nostalgia Hits series, where I showed one of the two versions available for the Commodore 64, the Atari Soft version. Um, I thought I would show you other versions as well, beginning with this one, the NES version, which was released in 1983, shortly after the original arcade version was released. However, it didn't make it outside of Japan until a few years later when the game was re-released, I think in 1986, as part of a re-release of several uh, old glories, Japanese old glories, we could say, for the NES. Also, it was available in the, I think, later in the 3DS and the Wii, what's called console market, or and the demo starting. Anyway, I'm going to show it to you, okay, so you can see the differences. This is by far the most, the closest, okay, the closest to the original arcade version, and yeah. So obviously sprites are larger. Okay, the game is mechanically the same. There are a few differences when it comes to the enemies. Not a really a change in pattern and behavior of the enemies. Just for instance, flies are a little bit faster. Okay, in this version. Also, when Mario jumps under a platform, you can see the platform actually moving under its force. Okay, the force of the blow. Okay. Stages are essentially the same. What else? Oh, there's a little difference in the two-player version. It is in the Commodore 64 version, it's more like a cooperative mode, while in this version it's clearly a competitive mode, where the two players are competing with one another for who gets to a set number of coins first. And that version of the game was actually, sorry, I mean, the game was also included to some extent in Super Mario Bros. 3. Oh, nope, too bad. Couldn't avoid it. As a battle mode, actually, I know for sure that it was included in the Super Mario Bros. 3 version that you could find in the Super Mario All Stars game for the Super Nintendo, for Super NES, as I had it. However, it was two-player only game mode. So if you were on your own, You actually, if you didn't have a second controller connected, you couldn't even choose it. I'll see if I have a chance to show it to you. Also, I think I'll look for the second Commodore 64 version, one developed by Ocean, released I think in 1986, so about the same time that this game made it to the US and Europe. Okay, it's time for some flies. There we go. If you... Now, probably, I don't know if you... if you have in mind how the way they move in the Commodore 64 version that I showed. They're quite faster, okay? And the Commodore 64 version, the taking off and the landing takes a few frames more, a few frames longer, so they are more static and slower than this. So they are actually not a real problem to deal with. The sound is irritating, highly irritating. Of course, I tried to jump on the POW and got killed for it. Okay, good. Anyway, compared to the version I've already shown you, graphics are better, of course. I think they are better even than the Ocean version. What happened there? I was saying, yeah, and the sound, I think the real difference is the sound. Okay, it's another bonus stage. So I think that's it. Okay, then I don't think there's anything else I could add. That was bad. Again, okay. No bonus, but that's okay. So this is the NES version. Okay, I think it's clearly better than the Commodore 64 version. Still, I like to play these every now and then. Okay, the flames are... I'm not fully convinced by the sprites used by the flames. Oh, that's a new one. That's a new one. I stand correct. They do behave differently, because I don't recall that being a thing in the Atari Soft version. And now I'm more than curious to check the Ocean version. The Ocean version for... Oh! Ah, that's it. But anyway, this is Mario Bros. For the Nintendo Entertainment System. I played it on my Switch Okay, it's available on the Nintendo Online subscription service. I'm not a huge fan of the NES. Unlike many other um, gamers, especially the one in the US, um, because I my 8-bit video game platform was the Commodore 64, and when it was decided to get a game console, we jumped on the 16-bit. I got a Sega Mega Drive, since the Super Nintendo at the time wasn't um, still available um, via official in official ways. Okay, you could order it from the US version from the US, or the Super Famicom from Japan. And so I don't have much experience with NES games, and these collection available on Switch Online is enough for me. Okay, and should have how should I say it? The emulation should be close to perfect, if not perfect. It should be match the original. I don't know. Anyway, I talked too much about things not really about the game. I went off the tangent as usual. So I bid you farewell. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next time with a new one. Until then, take care and goodbye.